Barnaby Chronicles. We're going to look at a really unique car. It's an American sports car that not a lot of people know about, but maybe this will help you. It's a 2006 Panoz Esperanza GT. The story of the Panoz automobile is very interesting. It was started in 1989 by Daniel Panoz, who had worked for a Thompson Motor Company in Ireland. And when that company was liquidated, well, Dan seized the opportunity. He bought the rights to one of the chassis that TMC was using. It was designed by world-renowned designer Frank Costin, a man who had also built chassis for Maserati, Lotus, and Lister, amongst others. 2 years after the birth of the Panoz Automobile Development Company, the first model came out, the 1992 Roadster. It was built in the company's small factory in Atlanta, Georgia, and the car set about reigning the true spirit of the American Roadster, much like the Cobras in their day. By 1995, the AIV Roadster was the first American aluminum intensive production vehicle, and it was in full production. Then in 1997, Dan's father, Don Panoz, who had been chairman of Elan Pharmaceuticals in Ireland and retired and moved to the States, decided to enter racing to better promote his son's products. And enter racing he did. He started the American Le Mans series. He bought Road Atlanta, he bought Sebring, and he bought Mosport up in Canada. He was fully committed, and that gave the impetus to really get into racing. The difference between Panoz and many other small manufacturers was that they really tried to keep their racing versions as close to their road cars as possible. And this is a prime example. Their next model was that came out was the Esperante GT-R1, and they went right to the 24 Hours of Le Mans endurance race, and it did well. It was a fan favorite, but they kept working on it, and in fact in 2006 they won. They beat every major sports car manufacturer to win the coveted GT2 win. And, you know, despite the Italian and Irish roots, the Panoz Automotive Company is as American as apple pie. Certainly not a big volume manufacturer, but Panoz was able to treat their cars with great respect, handcrafting each car, and then rigorously testing them before they were handed over to their owners. So the Panoz cars are really an exclusive brand. All the racing efforts paid off in 2006 when the Panoz Esperante team GTLM to the famed Le Mans 24 Hours endurance race again, and this time they won the GT2 class, beating out every major sports car manufacturer entered that year. Their whole idea behind Panoz was to build cars like the famed small coach builders of Europe in the 60s and 70s. In the early days of the European supercar movement, Panoz cars would be based on the mechanicals of reliable American manufacturers, Ford in particular. And this dependence on Ford running gear was the added benefit of owners gaining access to Ford's vast dealer network for service and relatively inexpensive maintenance, so it was a great idea. And then they developed this car, the Esperanza, and they took it to the top of the heap. It's an amazing car. They made a convertible out of it, power top, beautiful, gauges in the middle, air, all the power, airbags, and it has a Tremec 5-speed automatic, so you can play or you can let Tremec do it for you, and it's a very nice driving car. The Ford badged engine is a hand-assembled double overhead cam, 32 valve, 90 degree all aluminum V8. It's 4.6 liters, and again 305 horsepower, but lots of torque. Today I thought I'd share this with you because most people don't get a chance to see it too often. We know this car is 9 years old. It's amazing because it barely has 600 miles on it. A collector bought it and put it away, and it's kind of a shame because I think he really would have enjoyed driving it. I know I have. So, that's it for today on the Barnaby Chronicles.